Hey guys, thank you for joining me on Godspot. It's so great to be back in Adelaide from India. I had a great time, but I'm back home again. I want to talk to you about two words: change fatigue. And Jesus experienced fatigue. It says in Mark chapter 3 that the multitude were pressing in on Jesus for all sorts of needs and miracles, very needy people. And he commands his disciples, he says to them to have a boat ready. Now, when you look at this, you're going to understand Jesus was limited by his own humanity. There's only so much he could do, and he did experience fatigue. And so he said, have a boat ready. And what was he saying? Well, he was saying, number one, I acknowledge I'm tired. Number two, I need a break. Number three, I need you to help me provide a boat so I can get away from the crowd. Now, change fatigue is a condition characterized by lingering mental and physical tiredness. And usually at an individual level, it's when people experience apathy, disengagement, fatigue, and frustration. That might even be you. Now, under normal circumstances, most of us can deal with a certain amount of change. Changes that are uncomfortable, changes that are disruptive, or even changes that are disastrous. Often we can bounce back. But when changes are constant, it's a really hard road to walk. So what can we do about it? I'm glad you asked. Well, firstly, change, and you personally, it's about capacity, what you can handle and the amount you can handle. When change is constant, you always got to try and make room for greater capacity. And this is where communication and clarity is really important. And you need to understand what the change is about, where it's coming from, especially in our industry. So there are 5 keys that I've identified that will really help you combat change fatigue and re-energize you. Firstly, take stock of how tired you are. I mean, what are you feeling right now? Are you exhausted? Have you had enough? I mean, are you running on a low level? You need to be able to gauge yourself, because you can't just keep functioning and moving forward unless you can measure how tired you are. When you measure how tired you are, it takes you to the second key that I want to give you, is that rest and recuperate. We encourage our staff, because our industry is home care. It's all about constant change and there's a lot of things happening. We encourage them, if you have leave. Take some time out for yourself. Do some personal care. Get in a boat. Remove yourself from the situation. That way you can come back rested and recuperate. We encourage people to do this. We don't want people to burn out. We want people to be energized and to be with us when it comes to change. Number 3, do an inventory of change coming your way. So biologically, our bodies don't sort change into professional and personal. So you got to look at both areas of your life. What changes are happening in my personal life? What changes are happening in my professional life? And you need to be able to see what's coming ahead so you can prepare yourself with rest and recuperate so that you can handle those changes that are coming. Number 4, map the next 12 months of your change journey. A personal change roadmap will highlight what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, the starting and the end points, and it's also going to help you celebrate the wins. And it's really important because there's going to be down times, but you really need to look for the wins and look hard for those wins and celebrate them when they come. Finally, number 5, I believe what should happen when it comes to change fatigue is you assess and make adjustments. Reflecting on your change roadmap, you need to ask yourself a few questions. Number 1, are there any intense times on your horizon? What's coming your way? And you know, for people, it's different things. For some people, it's moving house, selling their property. Other people, there's a baby on the way. There's a wedding coming. I mean, there's all sorts of things. Then there's the professional life, like in our industry, the changes that I've spoken about that are coming. You've got to be able to gauge it and just have a look what's in the horizon to prepare yourself. Ask yourself, could you move the start date for any of the changes? And one thing we're trying to do is get ahead of the change. Before it happens, be prepared beforehand. And we're finding in our industry, we're way ahead of the curve because of that. So finally, what I want to say is self-care is really important when it comes to consistent, constant change. And it's essential. And self-care must be prioritized. I hope this has helped you today. And I hope it speaks into the moment you're going through. Maybe you're struggling with change fatigue right now. Well, I'll tell you what, get ready, rest, recuperate, and get back on track, and you'll be able to handle it. And I pray that God will help you along the way. Thanks for listening. Hit the like button, share it with someone else. Have a great day.